Joe in real life. Okay, so this is my summary video for the last 100 days. And the results were disappointing. So that's a little spoiler. But they were positive in some respects, but overall I think negative. And certainly my bike crash had a lot to do with that. I didn't realize how much time I actually lost. And it was meaningfully more than the last 100 days. But I'll give you a rundown. So total reps of squats for the last 100 days were 1,174, down from 1,468 from the prior 100 days. So that's a 20% loss in total reps. Total poundage, meaning all the weight lifted, just combined, was similarly down about 22%. Interestingly, this led to about a 15% increase in average rep. So my average rep for the first 100 days was a hair under 130 pounds, and my average rep this 100 days was 146. My goal was 135, so I exceeded that by more than 10 pounds. These numbers are boring, but this tells you a couple things. The first thing it tells me, at least, is that I was too aggressive with increases. And that seems true. I certainly did more deloads, despite my injury, this 100 days than the prior 100 days. So that's a pretty good thing to change, and it's part of my plan going forward. It also tells me, again, despite the bike accident, so those numbers, 20% and 22% decrease, they're inflated, but certainly a 10% decrease is too much, right? Now, the other 10% on top of that, I was definitely injured, and I'm still injured. I mean, this hurts so bad. It doesn't look bad, but this hurts real bad. These hurt real bad. And it's definitely affecting my ability to do work, definitely. In every theater of my life, not just in this gym, So some allowance has to be given for that, but also it was a misstep. I added too much work. I added too much intensity, and it cost me on how much work I can do. And that's good news, because it means for the next 100 days, I can fix that. And I'm gonna dial down the intensity, I'm gonna dial down the aggression, and I'm gonna build. And I'm going to look for opportunities to add better quality reps at a medium intensity, rather than ramping up, And I want to limit deloads, and I want to do better quality work during those deloads. We have 163 days to get as close as possible to a 300-pound squat. And I think it's very doable. I really do. Despite the fact that the last 4 days I've only put up 205, 225 is definitely on the table. And given my injuries, I consider that a victory. So today, and I'm just gonna tack it onto this video. Today, I'm gonna stay right around the 150 range. And I'm just gonna get my reps. And I'm not gonna be a baby about whether or not I could do more or should have done less. I'm just gonna get some good quality reps and see what tomorrow holds, And in the coming week, I hope to detail my plan a little more thoroughly for all of you. If I'm totally honest, I don't have it completely ironed out. I have it mostly ironed out, but I want to really think about it. I want to make sure it's realistic and ambitious enough. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for some squats. Honestly, more than a little nervous getting back to work today. I kept my warm-up believable and honest, and did 115 for 6, 150 for 2 sets of 6. I'll do this again tomorrow and for the rest of the week. but the warm-ups will be a little more aggressive, assuming I have the recovery for it, which I definitely think I will. I need to flesh out my weaknesses, or my focus on my weaknesses a little bit more, That means some, what are they called? Seated good mornings. That means some split squats. That means some proper stretching to help ameliorate some of these imbalances that are plaguing me and leading to issues downstream, I'll often get a tweak while under load, and I'll accuse the load of being the problem, when in reality the tweak was telegraphed weeks earlier with little mechanical issues cropping up and then me predictably ignoring them. And they crop up in a more pronounced way, and I ignore it again like a fool. I have to fix these things. I don't want to. I don't like that work. It's boring. I taught yoga for 10 years, and I sort of specialized in fixing these mistakes. And now it's my turn to fix them in myself, and I just don't want to. So I got to learn my lesson there, right? I made a little short video, so it's like this. I'm seeing these reps for the first time, same as you. That first set of 150 looked comfortable, breezy, mechanics seemed fine. The second one looked a little worse and felt a little worse, if I'm remembering right, but I'll chalk that up to fatigue. Overall, these reps are slow, in control. At least what passes for slow and in control for me. And yeah, I don't feel bad about that at all. So this is Joe in real life. I love you guys. I appreciate your continued attention, and be good to each other out there. I'm gonna try hard to do the same. I got work today, so.